Hi everyone, nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for showing up. How are you today? Well, it's been a minute since I've been on. I've been going through a lot. And all right, confirmation. The door just opened. Let's close that. Let me pause this. I've got to reset the energy now. Okay. Clean and cleared. Clean and cleared. Clean and cleared. So, take a moment, if you can, get something to drink, get something to munch on, get something, if you need something, whatever you need, go for it. While you do that, we're going to breathe. We're going to chant a little bit today by saying Om, O-M, okay? So here we go, deep breaths. Inhaling, pushing your belly out all the way and bringing the air all the way up as far as you can bring it, holding it for a moment. Exhaling all the way back down the way you were, taking your belly button all the way to your spine, holding that there for a moment. We're going to do that 3 times. Here we go. Satnam Vaheguru. Now we're going to chant Om. We're going to chant that 5 times. Om. Om. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I gotta take a drink now. I gotta take a pause. At the 3:13 when I looked down. Spiritual warfare today, y'all. And playfulness, tenderness, gentleness. Lots of spiritual warfare is going on, and I can feel it. I can see it. Like I said in another video, it's physically showing up in my world. And physically, yes. It's not going to get me down. It's not going to keep me down. Like, when this happened, it was a very big shift for me. Of, okay, what are you going to do? And I said, I got some FU blessings. And F you, whoever tried to just knock me off my course. F you. I'm going to go do what I need to do. And I did. I'll be sharing that here on my channel. It is it's going to be a 3-minute meditation if you choose to. It's on my journey that it's a sacred space for me. And I had a destination and I made it. Journey wasn't the grandest, but the end of it was, leading up to was great. The accident, it was interesting because I saw it happening right before it happened. And I was told, I got full body chills. Can you see it? Yeah. Let go. Give it up. Let go. And I didn't want to let go. No, this human don't like to do that. And Spirit said, let go. So I let go. And once it happened, it wasn't pretty. I had a pause and I was like, oh crap, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to do this. I'm going back. F this. Screw that. And then I sat there and did an inventory check on me to assess where I'm at and what kind of attention that I may or may not need. Do I need medical attention at this point in time? A lot of people would have probably called. My watch went off and said, you've had an accident. Do you need a call? And it would not go off because they had such a bad accident. And I was like, no, I'm not calling. I have a calling. I have a destination. I have a journey. And I'm going to go do that. So I inventoried myself just to make sure. And said, that's going to be taken care of when I'm done doing what I was going to do. F that. And it is a jaunt to where I went. And it requires effort and skill, concentration. It's hiking. It's hiking. And you're on the rocks, on the water, on the slick. Well, I sat in the water. It was so beautiful and it was so cold and so magical. And I know 7-Eleven, I like to look down. It's where I needed to be. Why I'm sharing this story with you, I don't know, because I didn't get on here planning to share my story with you. So Spirit wanted me to share it. Spirit wants us to share our life with everybody in a context that's helpful and not poor me, because I'm not sitting here, poor me. No, screw that. I don't put poor me on my life, nor anyone else's, unless we're pouring in, right? Abundance and all the goodness. But I'm not POOR, Control, Alt, Delete, Rebuke, Revoke. In the name of Yeshua. Amen. Across all dimension, time, space, and realities. No. I don't speak death into my life, and I don't want to speak death into anybody else's life. No. Yeah. Yeah, something happened to me. Absolutely. But it made me stronger. And once I got done doing what I was doing and sat with Spirit and was in the water and just my sacred space, just feeling it and being there. And I had to force myself to do it because I was injured. And it was very painful. And I still had to trek out because I hadn't even gotten in yet. So I had my accident halfway there. And I still had to trek all the way down in. And it's very precarious. It very, one wrong move. And so I did, and then I sat in the water, and then sat in the sun, and just had all those healing light codes on me, and just soaked it in and absorbed it and asked for it, and did my work sitting there, and it was beautiful. And then I knew it was time to go out, and I didn't. I knew the way I went in, I couldn't go out that way. Usually, typically I do, but I couldn't this time because the water and the rocks were too slick. I had, getting in was very slickery. And I was like, no. And so I had to find a new way out. And so that took time. And It actually looks really easy, but it can be very challenging, and you have to be very mindful of what you're doing and watching what you're doing and being very like stable and grounded in what you're doing. And it was beautiful. So anyhow, I came back and there was noticeable things going on with me, and people had remarked, and they were asking questions, and at the end I got told, "You are one strong lady." Thank you. Yes, I am. You are one strong independent lady. Yes, I am. Thank you. I learned that in life, and sometimes it's to my detriment, but I'm learning and growing just like everyone else through spiritual warfare, through all the. Whoa, I got full body chills again. Whoa, even on my cheeks. When they go clear out to my cheeks, that's a big deal. Whoa. Sometimes those chills just make me make all kinds of 11:15 when I like that. So there's something that's trying to definitely take me out because I am moving forward in the process of life, and something does not want that. Well, F you, because I got F you blessings, and I see it for what it is now, and I just laugh at it. I'm like, oh, okay. Return to sender. Thank you. Return to sender. Instead of getting all butthurt and all bent out of shape, and because of the way the transitions that my life is taking differently than what I wanted. Let's be real. Needs and wants are very specific, and they're two different things. And this is something that I'm learning, is that when you've neglected a need for a very long time, you think it's a want. And when you get very specific on your needs and your wants and start really nitty-gritting them and really getting down and in tune, is this a want or is this a need? And there are things that I didn't know that were needs for me because they have been neglected for so long. I thought they were wants and I thought they were desires. They're needs. Basic human needs, y'all. So I encourage y'all to check that for yourself in every area of your life. I have a chart that I want to get and share with you, okay? Because I know there's eight titles and I will forget them, I'm sure. So I'm gonna pause this and grab that because I want to talk about that. It's 13:11 when I stopped that. Okay. So we're gonna be talking about self-care because when you're going through life, self-care is super important. Self-care I thought it was a want. It's a basic need, okay? And in self-care, there are 8 forms of self-care. Did y'all know this? I didn't. Mental. That's one of them. I'm going to say these 3 times in case you want to write them down. Physical. Emotional. Financial. Spiritual. Environmental. Social. And the last one, intellectual. I wasn't aware of all of them, and so coming up with forms of self-care in each one of these. So how can you self-care for your mental state? How do you self-care for your physical state? How do you self-care for emotional, financial, spiritual, environmental, social, and intellectual. How do you self-care for all those 8 categories? How do you do that? What do you like to do? This is getting really in touch and in tune with yourself, going in, like I talk about, going in to understand, so you're not understanding, you're inner standing, so you can outer stand and be grounded and balanced and stable and in harmony and flow with patience, peace, ease, grace, calm, gentleness. Gentleness, y'all. We're all walking around with all aspects of ourself that we've been through our whole entire life. From the moment we're born to now. And then all of the past lives that we've ever lived. If you're here, you know about that. And if you don't, well, I encourage you to check it out. A lot of things I feel like y'all probably already know if you resonate with me, if you found this message. So if you need me to go into it, I'll definitely go into it, but you have to comment that you want me to go into it, because I don't know what I don't know. Thank you for supporting Spirit and myself. Thank you for supporting yourself. Liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. You know, I'd love you to be a part of this soul community that is building here, 1636. So, like, what we're moving into, what things can you do? Like, do you have appointments that you don't want to do that you need to do for your physical, mental, emotional, financial, spiritual, environmental, social, or intellectual? Is there any of that? Do you like journaling? Do you like drawing? How's your nutrition looking? How's your hydration? Are you keeping up with your hygiene on physical body? Are you getting out there and socializing? Are you hermiting in and isolating? We all do that. Yeah. And it's a thing, and we need to do that. But it gets to a point in everything, moderation, and everything balance. If socializing gives you some severe anxiety, I would encourage you to look and see why you're getting severe anxiety with socializing, and figure out how you can socialize without breaking and wrecking yourself. You know what I mean? That's a big one. People do not understand that's gone through trauma, that just being out in the world, sometimes just waking up, it just starts the anxiety cycle right then, as soon as you wake up your eyes. But I encourage you to set yourself up. Give yourself some wake up time, okay? Turn on something to really reset yourself. I had some very interesting dreams last night, and some energies pulling on me that haven't been pulling on me in a minute. And I was conscious in my dream of knowing that these energies are showing up and wanting what they want from me. And so, okay, well, I got to control the narrative in those dreams. They're my dreams. I'm not gonna let them show up on my dreamscape when I'm dreaming of some beautiful landscape of me being out here being in peace, and then these energies come in and they're trying to drag me down and take me into their freaking dungeon in their worlds and say, no, this is your role in my life, and this is how I want you to show up, and this is the way you need to show up, and all of theirs for them. No, no, this is my life. This is my ride. This is my reality. I'm in the driver's seat. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I've got control of the clutch, the gas, and the stop pedal. Nobody else does. I'm in control of blinkers. I'm in control of that vehicle, that vessel. Me. What does that look like for you? So I could have been pissed off because I was kind of burnt out. I woke up this morning. I slept in very late today, and I have not been doing that in a very long time. So I needed it, clearly. And Spirit's asking me to have you pay attention to your dreams, and you be the narrator of your dreams. You know, it's called lucid dreaming for a reason. I encourage you to check these things out. You know, mantras, affirmations, subliminals, the high frequencies, the 1111 frequency is very coming up right now. 777 frequency, any of the 369 or the 639 or the 936 or whatever them combinations are, those are coming up. Heart-based love thyself, love self, love, you know what I mean? But you have to start in here. The self-love, the self-care. Ooh, chills again. Some people, I always thought that I did. So I started self-care at some point in time, 2111, when I looked down in my life, and I could track that and timeline that, but I'm not going to, years ago. And that helped me. And that helped me start doing mirror work, to stand in that mirror and say, I love you. You're amazing. You're awesome. You are blessed. You are gifted. You are loved. You are lovable. You are incredible. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You have every right to take up space and be here. I love you. I love you. Blessings. I love you. Oh my. That took me for a long time. And I can stand there for a good, I can meditate standing in the mirror now for however long I need to. I talked about in one video, I stood there for 30 minutes meditating, looking in the mirror, saying affirmations and mantras, and listening to the meditation that I was listening to at the same time. And if you can, I learned this from my children. Us ADHDers, us neurodivergents. I was very much stuck on a one-track mind because of the way I was raised in for a long time. And then, you know, life just starts opening up and you start experiencing life and stuff. And my children always had like music going, the TV going, they were on their electronics, they were doing multiple things at once, and that would drive me insane. And sometimes it does still. But I realized we have the ability to get information and pull information from many sources and many places, and it's coming all at once. And cleaning and clearing and protecting is huge because everything's coming. And if you're super sensitive like I am, 23, 22, when I look down, we're sponges whether we think we are or not. And we need that shielding and protection and cleaning and clearing all the time. Especially if we're out there and we're antennas. This is a huge, huge antenna. Hair. It's a gift in itself. And it picks up everything. And it stores things. Our whole entire body does that, right? Your mitochondria are the powerhouse energy centers of your body. Start speaking to them. Start loving them. Spirit wants, I'm talking to Spirit right now to see if I want to share this with you. I want to talk on this though. As far as self-care goes, always stimulate your brain, okay? People are so stuck on this electronic world now that we're forgetting how to use it. You know, like, what is with the Alzheimer's and the dementia at an alarming rate? Well, for one, people just leave them to themselves and have nothing to do with them. So there's that. love your loved ones. We need to come together as family, familia again, in community again, and start helping one another out and stop the isolation. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It takes a village to raise up. It's just the way it is. We learn from one another. Look at Mother Nature. It helps one another out. You might see, it was 25:36 when I looked down. You might see like that bee on that flower, and as a child, I didn't understand at the time that the bee wasn't attacking the flower because I didn't have the knowledge. I thought the bee was stinging the flower and hurting the flower as a child. I didn't know that the bee was pollinating the flowers and all this stuff was going on until I learned that. And so I was so sad 2606 because I grew up with people that were allergic to bee stings, so I knew how dangerous that was, and I was terrified. Do you know how magical bees are? If we don't have bees, y'all, if we don't have Mother Nature, y'all, we're screwed. And we just keep killing her off, and we wonder why she's all pissed off at us. We keep trashing her, and we wonder why she's pissed off at us. Well, for one, we have all these new light codes and all these, we're ascending as evolving as people. And as we do, the earth does. It changes, it shifts. Look at evolution. And everybody's always like, oh, the fear and the dogma and crap putting out there. Oh, our ozone layers. Oh, the glaciers are melting and all this. It is freaking evolution. It's weather. It's people. Quit living in the fear. If you think the world's going to freaking end, then that's where you're at. If you think you're going to evolve and grow and you can do it, because we all have been doing it this whole entire time, regardless of what's going on in the solar system, in the universe, in the earth, we all go and evolve. 27. How? We do. That's how we were built. That's how we were made. Mother Nature has no problem doing it. But humans do. And humans F it up and muck it up. And stop it. Quit standing in your own way. We are our own problem and we stand in our own way. So getting in touch with all of those aspects of yourself, especially the younger versions of you, because that's where most of our trauma from 0 to 7, 0 to 8, depending on who you're listening to and what you believe and everything, those are the most impressionable times, right? So I know for my life, I took a lot of trauma on through those years, and it has affected me my whole life. And now I'm choosing to not let it, to not show up in my traumas. And when my traumas are coming up or I'm triggered, I'm going inside and I'm understanding and I'm being delicate and I'm being gentle and loving those parts of me. Do you know how important touch is, y'all? If babies don't have touch, they'll die. If animals don't have certain animals, well, no, all animals, they need the touch from their parents, their parents. They gotta have mama feed them. If you don't have that support and that foundation as a child, well, life is gonna look the way it looks. And it's challenging, and you've got to walk it. You're in the driver's seat. You can look at your life as a video game if you want to, because that's what the Matrix really is. And we're always showing up 100% of the time. I don't know about you, but I woke up today. You woke up today if you're seeing this. And how fully are you showing up? Breathing and pausing and taking the time to sit with things and allowing yourself in the emotional arena to, when you're triggered, when you're having the traumas, when you're having an emotion, to allow the space to have it and not judge and not shame and not define. Just go through, flow, and do it as healthily. So like if you're angry, do it as in a healthy manner as possible. Do you need to go take your anger out on a smash lab? Do you need to go to splash pad? Do you need to go on a splash pad and stomp your feet in the water? And I'm seeing children do that. Like I was talking to this lady the other day and was mentioning there's this park that is amazing with the water, and there's not a lot of water, and the kids get to explore and have fun. And I was saying, did you have your kids? And she was making all the excuses, and I was like, what kid doesn't like to do that? What? I mean, there's like yay much of water in there. Her projections and her fears are coming out onto her kids, and it's sad because kids just want to play. They want to live life and play, and they're curious, and how do they do this and how do they do that? And when we project on littles, especially littles, but projecting onto anyone in our fear state versus our empoweredness, our limitlessness, our expandedness. Are you expanding or are you shrinking? You know, I did that seat for a reason because this is shrinking and it hurts my tailbone very much. And it's just a habit, you know. I've had so many people tell me, oh, you sit so proper. And I'm like, thanks. But, I know I'm not proper. I have to constantly check in mind, body, spirit and see if we're balanced and aligned. How are we sitting? How are we showing up? Are we learning and growing, or are we just stagnant and stuck and just going through the emotions and this is just on repeat? Like, I don't know about you, but when I'm gaming and I don't reach and achieve, I try again and I continue to practice until I achieve and reach. And it's, like sometimes you just got to put a pause on everything because 32, 35, it's just a lot. And then we take a pause. Like this morning, I slept in. I've had to take a pause because of the accident that I had, because I didn't stop that day. I had other things that were on my agenda that needed to be done. And for me, I'm so grateful that I got those done. And I have this agenda that feels like it's piling up, right? But there's the divine timing, divine order, divine plan, like all the things. And just because it comes up in my reality doesn't mean it has to be done right now, because that's we live in this cycle of now, instant gratification, now. No, don't work that way. When you're gardening and you're growing, how does your garden grow? Does it grow 33 instantly like that? Whoa, I almost fell. I just saw an orb. No. You have to start. I got these little propagated babies here. And when I got them, they were right here in this cup. And now, as you can see, they're coming up out of the cup. And this, I love this one so much. So this, I had somebody tell me this beautiful story about this. This was just one. It's one of these little tiny things, right? Just one tiny one. And now look at the abundance. Look at that. I have these all over. And I'll tell you a story about this. Just a second. I gotta get it up there. It's growing so much, so fast. So that one is, some things grow so fast. Some things are instantaneous and overnight. Yes. 34, 44. And I had to mention that because divine can just create miracles. And divine does every day. Hey, we're here. Hi. We're amazing miracles walking every day, showing up every day, and it's sometimes a miracle that you got through the day. Amen. Good job. I'm proud of you. Seriously, it's a big deal. So somebody told me this magical story about this plant. They made up this fantastical story. And I loved it. I was like, whoa, even though I knew that the story was not reality, I knew where they got this plant from and all the things. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then they left and they threw the plant out like it was nothing. I saw this and I about died. Literally, I about died. I did. My heart stopped. And I'm like, oh my God, my baby. Like, my baby. No. It was like throwing a baby out on the side of the street for me, right? No. So I have nurtured her because she was without water because I was not around. There was a time gap from it being in water to me finding it and then helping. And it was some time. So I wasn't sure if this was going to make it. And it is beyond. And I have these beauties here too that I'm trying to propagate. I am propagating them. I'm propagating them in a different medium than what they're used to. So let's see what happens with them. Oh my gosh, they're drinkers. They drink so much water. And then I have a bunch of other, I have babies everywhere. And sometimes those babies make it and sometimes they don't. And that's life. Some parts of us can come all the way with us and some parts get stuck. This is where soul fragments come in. And we have to go over there to those parts that are fragmented, and I know how to do this, and bring them back and reprogram and love and cherish and gentle and kindness. And really a lot, 3717, a lot of playfulness. We forget how to play. Live life through child eyes. Children love to play. That's how they learn and grow. That's how we learn and grow, is by play. And the more we can play and live in the present moment and choose what's right for us. So that list of to-dos, because when I get one done, well, there comes another one, right? And looking at the accomplishments that I've achieved. Okay, great. I did a fantastic day every day because I showed up and I did my best. And even if I ain't doing my best, I'm not shaming myself or degrading myself or judging myself. I'm like, yep, I did the best that I could do today. This is the best. And so Spirit gives us these things, these pings. And it doesn't mean that ping is right now unless that ping just keeps ding, 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 ding. The synchronicity, and you just get that pull and that call that this has to be done right now. Well, then you go do that. You listen to intuition, you listen to Spirit. You listen to the call, you listen to the ping. You are in balance, you are in alignment right there. And the more you do that, the more it gets easier. And don't second guess yourself, guys. Like, I was the biggest second guesser. What was intuition? Excuse me? That's a thing. Oh my. That is your freaking guide map, Spirit, and your intuition, Spirit. As above, so below, as within, so without, one with the universe, so is the soul, infinite with the body. All the way anchored in, trusting your intuition. When you get that ping, 3929, you go with that. Don't second guess, just do it and see what happens. And you'll get to see, okay, is my intuition muddled up with a bunch of programming and conditioning and beliefs and attachments and all this crap in my backpack? Or is this intuition, okay, wait, they're showing me yin and yang right now, the balance of the light and the dark. All right, we have that all within us. And where is it coming from? Are you coming from your higher self and your intuition and spirit? Or are you coming from the attachments and all the crap that you hold on to? See the disconnect? Come together in the heart space, listening, going in, understanding, showing up, listening, because I've made it a point to check myself and to pay attention on, okay, well that was intuition, but where was that coming from? But that's taken me years to get there. Like, I'm a human. I live in a dense reality that you live in. You can see me, I can see you. The denseness, physical. And merging all of the dimensions together within one. Mama Gaia, the crystalline energy grid, source consciousness, universal consciousness, divine, whatever you connect with, however you connect, but definitely making sure to include you in that. Mind, body, spirit. Don't forget you. You. And it's not you, ego. It's not me, ego. No. It's me, you. You, me. Me, you. It's this. It's balance. It's alignment. It's not stepping on your own toes and stepping on someone else's own toes. Because if you're stepping on other people's toes, you're stepping on your own. If you're showing up and you're just being a poo-poo pants, well, that's your inner world. Because that's how you're expressing it outwardly. People always ask me, gosh, how are you the way you are? Especially once I've shared a little bit of my life with them. And because I don't appear to have lived the life that I've lived. No one's gonna ever know that. Nah. Because I choose something different. Because I choose this path that I want to live as being my best self, not living in Pooper Town and poor, sorry me, sorry, pitiful poo-poo party for me. No. We all have that. And when you have it, go through it. Brain dump it. Journal it out. Let it go. Some people can journal and some people have to verbally process it out. If you journal, take it, rip it up when you're done. If it's paper, so you can flush it in the toilet, or you can burn it if it's safe to burn. You can freaking put it in a bowl of water and let it get mushy and then throw it in the trash, like whatever you want to do, however you feel like you need to, because brain dumping is a purge. It's like when you go number 2 on the toilet, it's dumping. Dropping the kids off at the pool. I was always like, you're doing what? You're drowning your kids? What? I never fully got that until I got that, and I was like, I don't think that's a very good analogy, because to me it's like you're drowning your kids, but hey, lots of people want to drown their kids, so I, however, do not. I don't know. Why is drowning coming up, Spirit? Oh, yeah, when they're showing me a video that I did when I was like, bloop, 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 bloop. Someone feels like they're drowning. It feels like your head is just underwater. And okay, be underwater then. Quit fighting, surrender. Because the more we fight, the bigger it gets. The bigger it's just mountain into a molehill into a mountain, or a volcano, or a tsunami, or earthquake. Don't matter. Don't matter. we're moving on. Spirit says that cleanliness and tidiness, it definitely helps you be able to process easier and more, because the more clutter and the more things that are around you and in your space, and the more chaotic life can feel. I got full body chills when I said that. And balancing your chakras, listening to some chakra balancing music, high frequencies, I recommend for sure. I got a message waking up 45:35 when I looked down. I got a message this morning from somebody that I worked with 3 years ago, and I haven't talked to this person in a long time, and it was wonderful to get their message upon waking. I had beautiful blessings upon waking this morning. It was grand. I love it. I do every day. I woke up. Woohoo! They had mentioned how I blessed them 3 years ago, and well, it's been more than 3 years ago because I met them in 2020. So it's 2025. So 5 years ago I met them, but 3 years ago I blessed them with a reading. And they mentioned it today. I forgot about it. And they said a certain part of this reading is ringing in my ear over and over and over again. And they had told me that reading that I did for them 3 years ago has kept them on their path in this journey of moving forward, especially when the shit hits the fan. 4646, I was in awe and humbled by that. And they're not the first person to tell me that. Like, and I said, I don't even know what I said to you. I have no clue what I told you, because I don't. When I'm channeling, that's not for me. That's for someone else. I'm tapping into spirit. That's their message. That's their information. That's not mine. Not my business. It's Nanya. And that's why I forget. But I'm so grateful to hear that this person was actually outside walking themselves and their dog. And it was beautiful that this message that I gave them 3 years ago was playing over in their head as they're walking. And so they reached out to me because a beautiful thing happened for them today. They woke up to 4737. They woke up to a beautiful blessing today. Beautiful blessings all around, y'all. $47, $48. Yeah. Let's see if Spirit has anything else that they want to say. So I feel like we're wrapping up. Take care of you. Do you, boo. Put your blinders on. Go within and see how. What is the brewing in there? What are you brewing? What's going on in here? Because whatever this outside looks like is what's going on in here. I want to go grab the other one, but I'll have to push pause and all that, and I don't want to do that. So this was bad on its last leg. Oh, hi, honey. You need to stand up here. It was on. She was struggling, y'all. Someone just kicked her to the curb, literally. Just threw her out like yesterday's trash. Like she was trash. They couldn't even put her in the garbage can. But she doesn't deserve to be in the garbage can because she's not trash. Oh, we'll have to fix that in a minute. But look at her now. That's abundance. That's me going inside and getting in tune with her and asking her, what do you need, honey? What can I do for you? Because I know you need help. Plants do thrive without us, but you know what? And we can provide for them and nourish them as we do ourselves. Nourish and provide for yourself. And then you can show up and do it in a really healthy, glowing, abundant manner for outside. Okay? I love you. Again, thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for showing up for Spirit. Thank you for showing up for me. Blessings to you and yours. I love you. I see you. You got this. Take care. And even if it's a bumpy road, if it's a bumpy ride, Float. Float. How do you float? How does your garden grow? Go outside, have a kick-ass day, and get some sunshine, some moonshine, like under the moon, stars, starshine, moonshine, sunshine, Mother Nature shine. Go get your shine on, okay? Put your protections on and go be you. I love you. Talk soon.